Hi beautiful souls, this is our daily reading for today for whoever this may resonate with and bring you strength and support and clarity and help to cultivate the will to move forward in a positive and dynamic way. So to begin with, we have what are we needing to embrace, release and nourish. So the embracing is the Hierophant or virtue. We're needing to release the Five of Swords energy, embracing or nourishing the Five of Seeds or the Five of Pentacles. So we have 3-5 energies: the virtue, the Five of Swords or needles, and the Five of Pentacles or seeds. And then we have the Emperor as the underlying energy, and one more card that we'll look at soon. So when we look at the numerology to start with, because we have so many fives, it's worth looking at. Fives are, it is an unsettled energy, but it offers the dialogue and the conversation. When we look at it, when we sit with this uncomfortable energy, it is uncomfortable. It's unsettled, and so it creates chaos. However, when we look at chaos is the seed, the beginning before the seed and before something new can grow. And it's often the way, and it sounds a bizarre way of putting it because nobody likes chaos, but it is the beginning before something new, before change happens. And so as uncomfortable as 5 energy is, it offers room for growth. We want, as people, as humans, we want our world, our life to be safe, structured and predictable. When we look at 5 energy, it's not structured. It doesn't really feel comfortable. We feel vulnerable in this space and it's unpredictable. However, when everything is predictable and comfortable, it can become boxed in, locked in, and we can get restless and bored. And they're definitely, we as humans like this. We like things to be comfortable and predictable. We don't like change very much. We find it uncomfortable. We like things to be predictable. But that doesn't really give us room for growth, possibilities, potential. We really don't know who we are and find out the essence of who we are unless we're challenged, unless there's contractions and restraints, unless we have to push back, unless we have to dig deep. And so as uncomfortable as these 5 energies are, it pushes us into having conversations, dialogue, questioning things. It pushes us into digging deeper to find the real essence and the real strength of who we are. And it also pushes us into pushing for change and making things better in one way or another that we otherwise wouldn't have, because we like things to be comfortable. It doesn't offer a lot of comfort, however, when we're sitting in this energy. So when we look at the Hierophant, this is an energy that we're needing to embrace at this time. We're needing to embrace our inner teacher. The Hierophant is like the spiritual wise counsel. So if we were to go to wise counsel at this time, what would that look like? If somebody was to come to us at this time and say, I'm really struggling, what would you say if you were being asked? It's that wise counsel, that wise teacher. The energy that we're needing to release is the 5 of Needles or the 5 of Swords. Now this, in the Rider-Waite-Smith system, it's like a few people are walking away and they feel very dejected. They've lost some sort of power struggle, and the other person has gained power over the other people, but there's been a cost with it. Nobody really leaves that situation really feeling that great. And it's a depiction of power struggle. That's how I interpret that card. There's a power struggle there, And power struggles often come from feeling lack, and then people that feel a sense of lack overpower other people to sort of gain that and bring that balance back. But it's an unhealthy way to bring balance, and it isn't a long-lasting feeling of security when it's taken in that way. And also the other energy is feeling inadequate to be able to stand true and form within a power struggle when that's taking place. We can often feel inadequate to be able to cope or not wanting to, and so we step away, and therefore we succumb to be almost a victim of that power struggle. And so this is this energy here. So it's how do we navigate our individuality? How do we be the individualist with individuality within this energy? It's Venus energy, so it's trying to look at the beauty in things, the beauty in ourself, the beauty in the human, the humanity, the essence of who we are as human beings, and seeing the bigger picture of a power struggle, of inferiority and lack and feeling inadequate. How do we look at things through the lens of beauty and coming through the lens of I honor my own individuality. I honor my own individual walk, my own individual song. I don't need to succumb to the pressures or the box of how other people view us to need to be on that hamster wheel and how it should look. It's honoring our own individuality and how that looks for us, and honoring and standing tall in that. So this is the energy here, and we come back, when we're in this struggle, we come back to the inner teacher, our own individual inner teacher, our inner shaman, to guide us through this energy in a healthy way, that we are not stepping away and allowing ourselves to be victim. So it's very much asking, honor your own individuality, your own inner song, and your own inner essence and the core of who you are, regardless of others. And then we have, so it's releasing the energy of feeling insufficient or feeling a lack or feeling inadequate to stand up and be our own individual being with sovereignty. This is the energy of the mind. It's moving away from the mind chatter and the fear and the worry about how we interact with others. Now the energy that we're really needing to nourish, this is about self-worth. It's the Five of Seeds. It can represent, concerns about money, concerns about security, physical, financial security. This is a hard energy. Most people struggle with that mentality of lack. It comes down to self-worth as well, and it comes down to fear of not having enough. But very much it speaks to self-worth and our place on the earth and how that looks. And self-worth, valuing ourselves, that we value that we are enough and we are deserving to have safety, security and comfort. And so if this is an energy that is resonating with you, it's something that you again need to go to that inner teacher, that inner shaman, and start really nourishing that place within yourself and that energy that maybe's been held as an imprint for a very long time, that really needs a lot of work, nourishment and care and nurturing of, I value myself, I value my self-worth, and I'm going to move this energy on. There is enough, and I am deserving of having financial security in this world. If I need help, I can ask for it, and I'm open to ask for it. So this is this energy. Sometimes this comes up and is an opportunity. It's uncomfortable, but it's an opportunity to have that conversation with ourselves again. And it comes up every now and then where we need to revisit again. What are my deepest feelings when I really look and ask myself about how I value myself? What is my self-worth? What is my inner dialogue speaking to me about self-worth? That little chatter at the back of my mind. Sometimes these things come up so we can address that chatter again. That we address that inner dialogue on valuing ourselves. Okay, and then the Emperor came up, and so that's really, it's that energy of the Emperor cares for his kingdom. It's traditionally male energy, it's father energy, but it's about putting things in action. It's about the doing, it's about the caring, creating structure and foundation that we can rely on within our life, that we can come back to. It's the rock that we can continuously come back to. How can we nurture and father, if you like, but when we step away from it from a gender role, how can we bring that action orientatedness into our life where we create a solid foundation, a solid rock of structure that is always consistently there? What can we put in place in our life to create foundation so that we feel safe and secure? How can I father myself in this situation? How can I be the teacher to myself in this situation that is very challenging and difficult and confronting, and it makes me feel vulnerable? How can I father myself through the vulnerability? How can I be the wise sage, the wise shaman, the wise teacher to myself, to that inner dialogue that feels unsafe and insecure and vulnerable? How can we have conversation here so I can dig deep and realize the deepest strength that I never knew that I had? How can I embrace these situations and turn them into a positive rather than just a challenge that's like this wheel that goes round and round? How can I turn it into a positive, strengthening experience that it will be long lasting and I will carry within me for the rest of my time? Now, the extra card is just when we look at this, it's this person and you can see this yellow center. This is the solar plex energy. It's standing in your power. It's knowing your inner power and standing in it and kicking off. There's a fierceness to this person. They are not being a victim. They are finding their inner power and they were kicking off with that inner power. It is the Explorer of Candles. It's the Knight of Wands in a traditional card system. It is fully and 100% committing to yourself, committing to knowing your inner power and committing to that passion and that spiritual warrior. I commit to the quest of finding my inner spiritual warrior. I will not be a victim. I will embrace the vulnerability and I will find my power. Now, the oracle cards for this it's about quelling the fear, quelling it, calming it, quelling the insecurity, quelling the vulnerability, and utilizing it and alchemizing it into a new strength that you never knew that you could alchemize into your own life. How can I alchemize this energy into dynamic power moving forward? This is also the focusing and releasing. And so when we look at this energy that's needing to be alchemized, it's like an archer with a bow and arrow, and before you let that arrow of intention go forth in your life, you focus, you calm, you still, you listen to the quietness, you focus and you release with powerful intention. How can I focus and release this energy with powerful intention going forward in my life today? Okay, sorry, I just had to pause that for a minute. Just the very last little wrap up for this reading is mist. And it is speaking to, the mist in life, the labyrinth. As we enter the labyrinth, we have our clear mind, our clear heart, our clear vision, our clear path. And then as we enter this maze of what we call life, this labyrinth, a mist can come over upon us. The distractions, the busyness, the challenges, the power struggles, the feelings of inadequacy, self-worth, all of these things Life is a quest, and within the maze we can easily lose our way and lose our own individual rhythm. And this speaks to the mist and how do we navigate through the mist. Sometimes it feels like we're walking through a mist, a fog, and things aren't clear. So this is the message for this is there's always time to dance, there's always room to dance. It's finding our own rhythm, and that's dancing. It's metaphoric. It's how do we find our rhythm, our own individual song, our own individual rhythm, and stick to it so that we don't get lost in the mist. And this is really what this reading encompasses, is sometimes we are in a maze, a labyrinth, and the mist overcomes us and we can lose our way. And it's really remembering to dance to our own individual song, whatever that is. We need to find our own rhythm and remember and go deep and remember and move within our own individual rhythm. Know that there is many challenges, but they also offer the opportunity to sing a stronger song, a brighter song, and find that deep reverence for the beauty that's there that hasn't been unlocked within us yet. I hope this message finds you well, it serves you well, and it uplifts and upholds you. And it helps you to be the strong, beautiful pillar of strength and beauty that we need and require within this world and for all of humanity. Okay, in love and grace, may it serve you well, and so it is, and so it will be.